As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
One more time, I'm gonna blast that.
But I'm supposed to be scared now because you got a pistol, motherfucker.
Hey, that's your Jack, come on. That's Kane Harold, man.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Joe Chapo back in the building. Another edition of If They Only Knew. As always, we got your boy Main Light on the Hill out in the Bronx. What's going on, man?
Yo, what's good? Yo, I'm gonna give a shout out to all our viewers, man. You know what I mean? We broke that 1,000. And don't forget,
finally, man.
like, share, and subscribe.
Please,
don't forget.
please.
That's
Today, we got a super special guest. We're honored to have him on.
Yes.
The people that's been under a rock somewhere don't know who you are. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? Wilson Ramirez. An actor. Been doing it for quite some time, about maybe almost 10 years. No, not 10 years, man. 2011 I started. Yeah, that's me, man. I'm out here, man. You know, and on your show, man. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, sure. We appreciate, definitely for you coming on and blessing us, man.
So,
as always, the viewers want to know. Just tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you from and how you came up.
well, yeah, man. Originally, I'm from Dover, New Jersey. Born and raised out there. About 15 years of my life. Well, we're not. Yeah, 15 years, not about 15 years. When my wife, me, my mom, and everybody, we moved to Texas. My dad had a job out there. Went out there. Was in the school system out there for about 2 years, and then moved to Pennsylvania, up in Phoenixville, over there by Philly, not too far from Philly. And then from there, graduated high school out there, and moved to California. I was about 19, turning 20, and got into a lot of crap, a lot of stuff out there, man, a lot of gang stuff, in the streets, running them up, and was doing music at the time. Was trying to get on like that, doing a lot of little things here and there, doing some shows, some concert tours and little things like that. Nothing crazy, but it was something we felt we was moving. And then I stopped that. I got heavy into drugs and stuff like that, and it almost took me out. And so then about a year later, after I was cleaning myself up, I got into acting, just off a whim. My homeboy was doing some stuff on Sons of Anarchy, and I was like, yo, let me get on. So they were like, yeah, come on. So I got on, and it caught the bug, and it just took off from there, man. I told myself I need to go study and do classes. I just didn't want to be a background actor.
Yeah.
And been doing it ever since, man. And from there, about a year and a half ago, we moved to Atlanta. Not, right outside of Atlanta, but about 30 minutes away from Atlanta. Ackworth.
Yeah. That's about where I'm at as well.
Yeah. Where you at?
I'm in Marietta.
Oh man, you up the street from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the 75 on Ackworth.
Oh shoot. I've only been out here probably a little under a year. More of like, what's it?
Marietta, Kennesaw.
It's more like what's not
Smyrna.
It's a little bit closer to Smyrna more than anything.
Yeah. I know you, man.
I mean, I'm new to the area, so I'm still trying to figure it all out.
I don't understand nothing.
It's crazy over here. Everything is so far apart. Even if it's 5 minutes, it feels like it's a 20-minute drive. I'm like, what? That's crazy.
But Cali like that too, though, man. Cali's like that too. I mean, you be driving. At least out here, the traffic ain't too bad. California is just gridlock all the time. I mean, like New York. New York's like, you driving a car, you in trouble, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's better walking,
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of your work. I watched Sons of Anarchy. I watched Mayans. I watched Kilroy several times. So actually, let's jump into that. That's what you currently, is that your most current body of work?
That's my most current body of work. I got some other things that haven't come out yet, but yeah, that's my most current. I've been auditioning and stuff like that. It's starting to pick back up after the whole COVID, that whole thing, man, that vid or whatever. But yeah, man, that movie was a blessing, man. I got to call my friend. I was having a meeting in church. We was going to little Bible studies and stuff like that. We meet at Marie Callender's and we eat and talk about the Bible, whatever. And my homeboy was like, "Oh, you look like Kilroy." And I'm just like, "Who's Kilroy?" You know what I'm saying? And at that time, I wasn't like, I knew about the whole entity of everything, you know, the big homies. But it was like, you know, I knew a few of who the main ones that stood out, like, you know, like Gotti stood out, you know, and like those kind of cats. Well, there was a few that stood out. And he didn't for some reason. So I mean, one time some guy was like, "How can you not know who Kilroy is? And you were supposed to be in this life." I said, "I didn't know who Kilroy was, you know." Like, but anyway, you know, Kilroy was a shot caller, you know, and he became an evangelist after being in prison for like 40 years, you know, and he gave his life to Jesus, and he passed away in January. He didn't get to see the movie, but he passed in January to the COVID. So, you know, whatever it was, but he was a fighter, man. He's been through a lot of stuff. He was a boxer. Yeah. He, you know, he went through a lot of stuff in his life, man. He just happened to leave it, you know. Yeah. God took him, you know. So, but yeah, so
what was it like preparing for that role?
I mean, you know, it was intense, man. It was intense because, you know, I researched him. I looked on YouTube, a couple of things. I talked to him, and I wanted to dive in and really get to know him. You know what I'm saying? And I got to know some of him. And then like in acting, you want to bridge the gap. You know what I'm saying? There's a thing called bridging the gap. So take things that you know that you're about, that he's about, and understand like, well, he was about that life. I was in that life. So, you know, he took it a little further than I did, but I'm saying, a lot further, but I'm saying I understood what it was about. And I understood who he was and what some things I intertwined with. So I took that with me, and then I added myself to it. And, you know, I just put a lot of time into it, man. It just came out good. You know, for me, man, I'm a day player, you know, like right now I haven't really gotten to that, what do you call it? Like working actor, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like constantly you got work, constantly, like Robert Lasardo, stuff like that, you know, those kind of cats. So to have a chance to be a lead in a movie, you know, I took the chance, man, and I said, you know, I'm gonna do it. It wasn't a big budget movie, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we all know it was a smaller budget, but the fact that we made a solid movie with what we had, I felt that it was great. I was very happy with it. Yeah. Because I was curious too, because I didn't know after we was done, I was like, man, what's it gonna look like? I don't know, you know.
It came out good, man. I watched it twice, man. It was a good movie.
Yeah, you know, and I think you guys get it, you know. Yeah. It basically the story. It's not hella violent, but it's trying to tell a story in a kind of a Christian way, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Church way, you know, those kind of movies, you know, like Fireproof, or you know, those kind of movies. And I knew what kind of movie it was. Considered like what is it, Mundo? The Mundo story? Yeah, the Mundo story that was actually the first film they did. So, you know, and Vince Romo played the lead on that. But yeah, so I got the chance, man. And I took it, man. You know, it was a non-union project, and I'm a union actor, so maybe I shouldn't even be saying that. Maybe want to edit that, but it's like, you know, I was like, I took it because I don't, you know, I'm a like I said, I'm typecast, you know, so I'm playing a cholo, I'm playing a mobster, or you know, one of those kind of things. I'm not actually, you know, I might not be suited as a lead, or I have to really show what I can do for them to say, you know what, he might play well as a lead or a good supporting actor, you know. So is that something you're shooting for? Is it something to go into a different style of acting? Oh, of course. You know, I definitely would like to. I just had an audition for a parole officer on Tales of Irv Gotti.
Like a PO. Okay. You like a PO.
Yeah, you got me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a chameleon, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, the sun hit me another way. I look like a cow. Right? It's like, but yeah, nice, you know. So,
Once you put that suit on,
Yeah,
got the
exactly.
glasses, you good to go.
And that's it. That's it. And it's like, it's a good thing, man. It's a good thing because it can get me out. I took the neck tattoos off. I had some neck tattoos.
Wow.
They have a Homeboy Industries in LA. They give you free
I've heard
service
about
if it's like anything in the face, any existing gang any kind of gang tattoos. You'll get first dibs to get in there for free, and they'll just go at it. And
I've heard about it. I've actually heard about
figure it
Homeboy
out.
Industries.
Yeah, it was cool, man.
That's awesome because we was talking to another gentleman and he said he was having a lot of trouble because of his tattoos. And they don't want to be liable. Like, especially he was saying because of the Mike Tyson thing, when the guy sued because he wasn't authorized to show his thing on TV.
Yeah, they do that a lot too. Like, I have my LA tattoo on my thing. They go, "Is that cleared?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, it's cleared." It's my homeboys did my tats. I mean, I just tell them, but I was like, the homeboys did my tats. I can call them. Sometimes it gets that, but when I did Scorpion, and I did it was another one I did Rush Hour, I think. Excuse me, the TV show. They wanted to make sure it was cleared.
Yeah.
With the art,
it came down to that.
Yeah. So,
tattoos now has to be clear.
It's crazy, man. And then, like I said, some people get like some people, they don't take their tattoos and they do well. Like there's an artist I know that's on the Mayans, and he's fully sleeve. He's got full sleeve and he's got his neck blasted, and he does well. He's a working actor. And he told me a long time ago, dog, you don't gotta take your tattoos, just show your heart, show your heart and it'll come out. But I was like, yeah, but at the time I was already ready to do it, because I know in life I made a lot of mistakes because of my insecurities or my wanting to fit in and stuff like that. That's my story, wanting to fit in and be somebody and be this bad button. And I did a lot of stuff. I mean, I learned a lot and I experienced a lot, and I'm grateful. But at the same time, if I could peel the tattoos off, I would, though. If I could peel them off, I'll peel them off, my boy. I'd be like, I'm good. You know what? I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But at the time, it was what it was,
Yeah, I mean, that's life. I mean, there's a lot of people that wish they could, take a lot of things back. But it led you to where you're at today. So, I mean, it's part of your story.
Right. Yeah, but then it gives me the opportunity to lead my children in the right way. Yeah. Gives me an opportunity to talk to that kid who might be in trouble, who might be struggling, wanting to be a part of something. I'll go, you don't gotta give them your time, man, because all you're gonna do is be inside for a long time with a bunch of dudes, man. And then you're gonna realize that them dudes is sneaky and conniving, and they going, and it never ends. And it's just like, dude, if you're not the sneakiest and most conniving person in the world, then basically you out of luck, and you can't leave. So so that's why I tell my story like that. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I did what I did. I got out of it. I'm lucky enough to see another side of my life. With my kids, my son's boxing. I'm watching him.
How tall is he, man?
He's 6'5", man.
6'5".
6'5".
I'm short, man. I'm only 5'6", so he's a giant to me.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
I was looking at it, I was like, oh man, he's slinky too. He got the slinkiness to him.
Yeah, good, man. He learning, man. He's got a lot of work to do still, but I'm grateful. It's not easy to get inside the ring and actually go to blows with somebody,
Yeah.
That's very tough. The anxiety, the build up, just not even knowing when you're gonna get up there. You know what I'm saying? You might be the 5th, the 6th, 7th, maybe the 10th fight, and you're just like, man, I just want to.
So they don't even tell you ahead of time. You just sit and wait. Damn.
Nah, sometimes those amateur fights, they don't tell. I don't know. I'm not in the back there with them, but I know when I did it for a little bit, it was just they wouldn't tell you. You be sitting there for a minute, man.
Oh shit, that's anticipation and shit.
Yeah.
Trying to think about it.
Yeah, exactly, man. So I understand that, man. It's rough because you want to go. Sometimes you might warm up and you'll be ready to go, and then you start cooling down because you're like, well, dang, am I gonna get up? I thought I was up. No, you 2 fights from now. Whoa. Good stuff, man. Yeah. But yeah, so it's been great. It's been a great ride, man. Like I can't complain, man. Like I said, I ain't got a whole hell of a lot, but I got my family and I got a little money in the bank saved up because in LA we couldn't save nothing, man.
Oh nah.
LA was so expensive. I mean, you from New York, so
But I lived out in California for a little while. It was in the cuts, but it's expensive.
When did you go? When did you come? How long were you there for? Where'd you go?
I was out there for 3 years, and I was in like Norwalk, California. I don't even know if you know where Norwalk, California.
Yeah, Norwalk is right there. I live right by Norwalk. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I went to Frontier for a while, and then I went to Whittier. Whittier.
Where? Whittier High School?
The continuation school that was over there.
Oh yeah. No, for sure. No, but I know where you're at. So you went to school out there?
Yeah. I went to school out there for a little while, about three years, and then I ended up going back to New York.
Okay.
Yeah, it was cool though. It was definitely an experience. It was way different. Like I've never even visited California before I moved out there.
Yeah.
So it was like a whole other world, but I loved it. I loved it, man.
It's nice. I'm telling you, it's very nice. The weather's cool. I mean, it's nice, man. It's crazy out there. You got a lot to do, a lot of crazy stuff to get into. Yeah. But just when you get older and you got big pay bills and the rent, it's like the rent's crazy. So we just finally took the chance, man. Came out here, chose Atlanta because it's like the East Coast Hollywood,
Yeah, it's definitely up and coming, man. It's
man,
flying. Matter of fact.
It's doing all right, I mean, a lot of people working out here, man. So it's like I'm just trying to get in there, man. Got a good job right now in Atlanta, so I'm just doing that and just biding my time. Hopefully, something lands and just keep pushing.
It's
man.
definitely gonna come. I mean, Kilroy is definitely gonna bring it for you because it's out there. Well, I know you're a busy man and a father, and I definitely appreciate you coming on. Real quick before.
Just this is we want to kind of end this conversation on a good note. So is there anything that you would tell a viewer right now, if you could help one viewer, whether they getting into music or movies or whatever it is, what would you tell them right now?
What do I tell someone who wants to get into the entertainment industry? It's a marathon, man. First I'll ask them if they're married or single. And if I tell them it's single, if it's something they want to do, they got to put their all into it. And if they have a girl, either she's gonna be about it and help them out, or it's just not. It's not worth it, It's sometimes your significant other can hold you back, no matter what it is. And sometimes you can lose everything for nothing.
Yeah.
So that's why if the guy's married, I would tell him, look, man, it's going to be a lot of late nights. It's going to be a lot of rehearsing with women. It's going to be, it's going to be going to class with women and men, how your girl feel about that. It's intense. And sometimes, I mean, just to get an audition, man, is like, people don't get auditions, man. People, it's like, nothing's going to happen overnight is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of work. It's a lot. It's a lot of time. It's very time consuming. And if you're going to do it, you got to be full throttle with it, and take the lumps. It ain't never no losses. It's just a lot of experiences. That's what I would say, man. If they really want to do it, then I would tell them, look, you go to acting class, take a class, find somewhere you can go and get a class and start taking classes, reading books about it, and really diving into it and stuff and consuming yourself with it, because you can't do it. You can't go halfway with it. It's like anything. You can't go halfway with it. And no matter what it is, you can't. You gotta go full blast. So it's just not. It'll come, it might come, but it's going to take a lot longer, or it might not come at all because you're not really learning. I mean, some guys is gifted, like with some couple of like Matthew McConaughey and JJ Soria. And some guys never took a class, they just maybe read a book and they just have that it factor. Other people, they got to put a little more work into it, and you got to take criticism. You got to be willing to have thick skin. Sometimes it could be rough. So, but I would definitely tell them that and tell them, as long as you're doing it, just don't quit because you're already there. That's what Emilio Rivera told me. So, I pass the buck and tell play it forward, pay it forward. Yeah, tell them that. So definitely
some solid advice, man. I mean, yeah. Definitely, if you're in a relationship, think about it.
Is there any social media thing you want to kind of put out for people to reach out to you? You know, anything, movies, anything, you know, I know you say you got a few projects in the work, you know, anything, you know, any shout outs, anything you want to give out before we end?
Yeah, thanks, man. I just finished the movie Relentless. I got a little supporting role in that with Jasmine Guy and Tatiana Ali. And I think Tretch is on it. Tretch is on it. I didn't get to see Tretch, but I think Tretch is on it too. It's Swirl Films in Atlanta. They shot it. I'm just finished the movie. It's a horror comedy called Monstro. I play Psycho Payaso, so it's a horror comedy. It's kind of like the monsters.
That makeup is crazy. The makeup is crazy.
Comedy. Yeah, the makeup was good. Some of the guys from Walking Dead and stuff actually put it on me. So it's a movie. It's a horror comedy, basically like a Latino family, but monsters. You know, like the Addams Family, or like you know, then they trying to make it in society, and everybody's looking at them like they you know, the Border Brothers or like the blacks. You know, they're like, oh, you know, so they trying to make it in life, and sometimes they you know, they eat people, or they don't mean to eat, or they eat bad. I forget how it goes, but it's a crazy thing. It should be funny, man. Hopefully, you know, who knows? But it's a cool little gig. And like I said, man, I just did an audition for Tales for Irv Gotti. So hopefully, you know, I can hear something from that. But other than that,
give it to him, Irv.
Irv, big Irv, and then hopefully, Mayan season 4, man. Hopefully, season 3 impacts people to want a season 4, and I should be back. You know what I'm saying?
I hope so, man.
Yeah,
that's my
man,
show right there too, man. Y'all need any extras just to stand in the background, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'll hold the sound up, whatever.
Yeah, mine is cool.
Or just if you can plug the channel real quick, just flash a sign if they only knew.
For sure. No, I will. Don't worry. We'll stay in contact, man. You know, like I said, man. When you told me you were small, trying to build yourself up, I said, you know, I definitely gotta mess with them because you know, those are, you know, one thing I know about Danny Trejo, he did a lot of work with a lot of up and coming directors, and he did a lot of like cameos and stuff before, like Machete and before like Shark Girl and Lava Girl and Shark Kid or whatever. And then, you know, he would get a little, you know, he'd get his little cuts, you know, they give him his little Hollywood, you know, his money because he's who he was. But now these guys that are coming up are giving him work, you know, because they remember that how he helped them up.
Yeah.
So that's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. We pass the buck, man. Pay it forward, you know. And like I said, man, I hope you guys do well with your you know, podcast, and keep it up, man. That's it. You know, we gotta do it as Latinos, as brothers. We gotta keep pushing and make it positive. You know, you guys can hit me up on actor_Wilson_Ramirez on Instagram. There you go. And then Wilson and Antonio Ramirez on Facebook. Check out my IMDb. That's Wilson. It's www.imdb.me/Wilson Ramirez. And that's it, man. Just, you know, like I said, I appreciate you guys, man. I'm sorry that I kept you guys waiting.
Man, it's no problem.
It was all worth it, brother.
Didn't mean to do that.
It was all worth it.
Definitely.
Well, again,
we gotta catch up sometime, man. You in the hood, so let's catch up sometime.
Yeah,
bro.
man, definitely, no problem, man, at all, man. Shit. Yeah, again, we appreciate you coming on, man. It was an honor. Please stay safe out there, and hopefully one day you'll come back on again.
Yeah, let's do it, man. When you guys get like 30,000, 40,000 followers, dog, let's do it.
Throw a party.
You know what I'm saying?
Throw a party at that point.
Just keep it pushing, man. Just do your thing, all right?
All right, man. Appreciate it, man.
Make sure we like, share, subscribe, guys.
Like, share, subscribe. Set the alerts too.
Let's go.
Send that to me. Send that to me so I can shoot it out.
I got you.
See you
all right, my brother. You guys stay safe, y'all.
You too.
You know.